our expert speaker for the final session of the day. I welcome you, sir, to this STTP. So, a brief introduction of Dr. Anil Kumar. I would like to introduce to you all. Dr. Anil Kumar is working as a professor and head mechanical department at Indo Global College of Engineering, New Chandigarh. He has done bachelor's degree from St. Longwell Institute of Engineering and Technology, Punjab, and Masters of Technology from Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College, Ludhiana. He got doctorate degree from Punjab Technical University, IKG PTU campus, Jalandhar. He has more than 17 years of teaching and 5 years of industrial exposure. He is an active member of Academic Council and coordinator of industrial defined projects and is credited with various innovative projects developed by engineering students under his guidance. His area of expertise is industrial engineering, engineering in energy efficiency, welding metallurgy, and engineering materials. He has authored one book in mechanical engineering. He has presented 22 papers in international and national conferences and published 7 papers in international journals. So we welcome you, sir, to this final session of STTP. And without wasting much more time, I would invite you to please start with the session for the day. So after you, sir.
Thank you for a nice introduction. So first of all, I like to say thank to principal of IGCE, and principal of IGCMT, Dean Academics, and the main coordinator of short-term program, and all the staff associated with this short-term program. And I welcome all the guests, all the delegates to this program. Now, regarding my presentation, we all know that these days we are facing a very grave problem of solid waste. Indeed, all the big cities, metro cities, they are facing this problem, and not over India, even all across the world. This problem is taking a very big shape. If we talk about the India, this the solid waste management is still at a nascent state, and we don't know how to manage our solid waste in a scientific manner. So today's my topic of presentation is importance of recycling to solid waste management. Now these are the main contents of this presentation. This first I will introduce the what is the type of problem we are facing, then overview of solid waste, recycling concept, scope of recycling, recycling materials, and then fuel stations of recycled materials. Now, as we have already I have explained you that the solid waste, the managing this our waste is becomes a very big problem for us. Now, due to our increasing living standards and increasing population, and also due to our increasing per capita income, and there are many other factors which add to this waste generation. Waste that we are generating at this moment is much higher than we are generating 10 years back, and the main thing is that the rate at which the nature can process this waste and the rate at which we are this generating the waste, there becomes a big mismatch between that. So basically the solid waste, at present we are generating around 72 million tons of solid waste in India, and today we'll talk only about solid waste, that is municipal solid waste, because we all are directly connected with this problem. So according to various organizations and various research studies, it has been projected that after 10 years we will reach up to 125 million tons of solid waste. We will generate this much volume of waste. Now if you have observed that even today's at this time we have not able to process our waste, and we are filling all the empty spaces with this waste, and if this situation goes on, then we will definitely require a very big land. It is projected that land may be the size of a city of Bangalore. So this situation must be tackled with some scientific manner. Now it is also given that the second largest solid waste which is coming up these days is construction and demolition waste. उसको short form में हम C&D waste कहते हैं. Now this C&D waste is also taking a very big shape in our cities. And अगर हम सब ने देखा होगा cities के क्रॉस जितने भी हमारी जो लो लाइंग एरियाज़ हैं वहाँ पे म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन ने जो है जितना भी डेब्रीज हैं या जितने भी कंस्ट्रक्शन वेस्ट है वहाँ पे डंप करना शुरू कर दिया है. नाउ अब इसमें भी कंस्ट्रक्शनल जो वेस्ट है ये भी बहुत एक्सपोनेंशियल रेट से जो है बढ़ रहा है. और इसमें फ़िलहाल इंडिया के अंदर जो है कोई भी इस तरह से साइंटिफिकली इसको हम मैनेज नहीं कर रहे हैं, इसमें से कुछ भी रिकवर नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो इसको भी जो है इस ये वाला जो प्रॉब्लम है दिस इज़ आल्सो टेकिंग ए वेरी बिग शेप. Now this growing volume of waste are eating up our cities and choking water bodies. Now all these wastes basically they are damaging our environment in direct and indirect way. Solid waste is choking the groundwater seepage. It is also main part it is a main polluting our environment and water, soil as well as air. All these three things are polluting with the solid waste. So now the major sources of waste जो मेन सोर्स हैं जहाँ से वेस्ट जो ओरिजिनेट होता है वो है सबसे पहले इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट, एग्रीकल्चरल वेस्ट, सॉलिड वेस्ट एंड देन कंस्ट्रक्शन एंड डिमोलिशन वेस्ट एंड रेस्ट ऑफ ऑल द अदर वेस्ट इज कम्स अंडर द मिसलेनियस वेस्ट. नाउ इफ वी this is the overview of solid waste in India. Now the big chunk of this waste is consist of solid waste, municipal solid waste. It is around 45% of the total waste generation of India, which is around 72 million tons. Now the second chunk is agricultural waste. This is 24%, and the third is industrial waste. Now industrial waste consists of hazardous and non-hazardous waste, and the rest is the miscellaneous waste. Now and this red chunk, this red portion, this waste consists of municipal solid waste and construction and demolition waste. Now after 2018 the government has separated the C&D waste from the municipal waste. So now these days this waste is analyzed separately and it is no more the part of municipal solid waste. Now this if we talk about the municipal solid waste, it consists of all the these main things from which it comes. First is the main sources of this waste is commercial and institutional waste, like this college, then hospitals and all the commercial institutes. The waste which is coming from that institutes, they comes under municipal solid waste. Then household waste, all our kitchen waste, all our sweepings and all other waste, it also adds to the municipal solid waste. Then treated biomedical waste, then slaughterhouse waste, horticulture waste, and then street sweepings and all the other waste, it also comes in solid waste, this municipal solid waste. Now waste disposal methods. Now these are the some of the very effective techniques through which we can manage or we can dispose the waste. First one is the incineration. Now I have also given the this key how much it is effective and how whether it is preferred or not preferred. Now incineration method is not very much preferred, so I have written this least preferred. Then energy recovery. Abhishek, am I audible? I think the connection was lost. So actually there is I think there is a very frequent cut of electricity, so now I have connected with my hotspot, so I think there will be no more hurdle in this. Thank you. Okay. So we were talking about the municipal solid waste. So all these are the main sources of municipal solid waste. Now next is waste disposal methods. Now these are the few techniques which are very effective and which are employed all over across the world. Now I have also written against every this method how much it is preferred. Now first one is incineration, which is least preferred method. Then energy recovery is moderately preferred. Recycling is most preferred. Then composting is also moderately preferred, and landfilling is the least preferred. Now all these techniques we will discuss one by one in the forthcoming slides. Now first is incineration is the controlled burning of waste without pre-processing to reduce the volume. Now Hanji, yes, okay, I think it is also lost, sorry. So okay. So so we have talked about the municipal solid waste. Now these are the various methods through which we can dispose of or we can process the waste. I already told you this. These are the various techniques. First one is incineration, which is least preferred. Energy recovery is moderately preferred, and recycling is the most preferred method. Then composting is moderately preferred, and landfilling is least preferred method. Now, first one is the incineration. Now, the controlled burning of waste without pre-processing to reduce the volume. Basically, this technique in this technique we burn the waste at a very high temperature. For example, the waste which is coming from the hospitals, which is very toxic and which is very infectious, so that waste should be burned at very high temperature. So incineration helps to reduce the volume of waste, and it can reduce the volume by 96%. But the main drawback of this technique is it also while burning it also produces many types of poisonous and gases, and moreover this technique is usually preferred in the countries where there is a problem of space. Now that is why this technique should be employed when we do not have any other option. So most of the smaller countries like Japan and others, they prefer this technique because they have a scarcity of land, and this is also a very convenient method to dispose of the waste. Now the second method is energy recovery. Now if the waste substance, if the waste which is collected, if it consists of very high calorific value and this non-biodegradable materials, then we can recover energy from that waste. So there are various methods through which we can recover the energy from waste, like gasification, anaerobic digestion, and refused dried fuels. Now the recovered energy can be used for some commercial purpose or some industrial process. So this method is somewhat preferred because in this method we can recover the energy and which can be utilized somewhere. So the next method is recycling. Now the recycling is the most preferred method because this is a method which is the most effective and which generates least this amount of this polluting gases, and it is also the process which employs a lot of employment, and it can recover a lot of energy. Now basically recycling is the process of recovering material from waste and reuse it for producing a new product. सो बेसिकली रिसाइकलिंग में जो हमारा वेस्ट है उसमें से ही हम जो है मटेरियल्स या जो भी उसमें यूजेबल मटेरियल है उसको रिकवर करके हम उसको रीयूज़ करते हैं, एंड दैट प्रोसेस इज़ नोन एज रिसाइकलिंग. Now the composting is also a part of recycling, and it is a natural process of recycling organic matter into humus. We all know very well about the composting method, and composting is also a very preferred method, method through which we can convert the organic matter into useful compost, and it provides a better option to utilize the bio waste as a valuable resource rather than burning them and dumping them. So basically, instead of burning and instead of dumping our waste, if we compost the organic matter, organic waste, it give it more value this rather than dumping it. So most of the bio waste generated from household kitchens, जो हमारे किचन्स हैं, जो जितना भी उसमें जो वेस्ट है वो एक तरह से बायोमेडिकल वेस्ट, वो ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट है. इसी तरह से फार्म हाउसेस हैं, रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं, ऑल दीज आर द सोर्सेज ऑफ दिस organic matter, this composting. So we can convert this waste into biofuels or fertilizers. Now composting of biodegradables. Now there are many waste which is consist of biodegradable waste. Usually the biodegradable waste consists of plant and animal origin, and it can be decomposed by living organisms, and when it decomposes in the presence of oxygen, it breaks down into simpler compounds and release carbon dioxide and water. So the end product is again compost. So the last जो when we do all the processes, जितना भी उसमें से हम segregation कर सकते हैं, जितना भी उसमें से recover कर सकते हैं, उसके बाद जो end state होती है जो waste की, we usually dump that waste in some open spaces so that at last state it can process naturally. So the waste is finally dumped onto an open lands after segregation for further processing. अब उसमें भी कई बार होता है कि फर्दर प्रोसेसिंग में उसमें वेस्ट टू एनर्जी अगर हम रिकवर कर सकते हैं उसमें से तो हम कर लेते हैं, या इंसिनेशन इसको इंसिनेट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन लैंड फिलिंग इट शुड बी लीस्ट प्रेफर्ड मेथड. नाउ अगर हम देखें यहाँ पे चंडीगढ़ में भी हमारे यहाँ पे जो लैंड फिलिंग हो रही है, इट इज़ आई थिंक इन आपने देखा वो 38 वेस्ट वाली तरफ जो है सारा जो लैंड है दैट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड फॉर लैंड फिलिंग. अब उसमें अब फ्रॉम इफ़ यू ऑब्जर्व फ्रॉम लास्ट 10 years you must have observed that the pile of garbage is going up. उसकी जो हाइट है इंक्रीज़ हो रही है वो. सो इफ़ द हाइट ऑफ गार्बेज इंक्रीजिंग, अगर वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज़ हो रही है, इट मीन्स द जो हम वेस्ट डिस्पोजल मेथड्स हमारे वो बहुत ही इनफेक्टिव है. सो वी आर नॉट effectively managing this waste. So that is why it is the volume is increasing. So this is again a very alarming condition for us. Now this is an overview of municipal solid waste in percentage. Now total waste is 72 billion tons as per study of I think 2017. Now it is a very good thing that जो इंडिया के अंदर जो हमारा वेस्ट है उसकी जो मेन जो चंक ऑफ वेस्ट है about 50% waste comprises of biodegradables, so that can be easily processed, and rest of that chunk is consist of about 32% is non-biodegradable, which is consist of textile, glass and all metals, slate, steel, sweeping, etc. Then 7% is consist of paper, and 10% is of that waste consist of plastic. Similarly, if we compare our this solid waste with USA, because USA is the country which is generating the most biggest volume of this solid waste across the world. It is generating about 4 to 6 times more waste than India, but at the same time it is also processing much more than India. So you can observe here that in USA the major chunk consists of paper and paperboard, which is 23%, and second largest portion is of food, which is 21.5%, and rest is all glass, metal, plastic, inorganic wastes, then other textiles, rubbers, etc. Now solid waste principle, as per solid waste principle, which is usually followed all across the world, the principle says that we should reduce the waste. This is the hierarchy of solid waste management. Now as per this this technique, this is the most preferred methods, and last one is the most least preferred method. The first one is reduction of reduce the waste generation. Number 2 is reuse the waste. Number 3 is recycling of waste, and number 4 is recovery. and last one is disposal. So first one is reduce. Reduce means we can reduce the waste before it is being converted into waste by reducing unnecessary purchases, by reducing the volume of waste at source, and by reducing the reducing the use of non biodegradable items. So this is the first method. Second one is reuse. Reuse means we can take care of our old stuff so that we can impart it more life, and we need lesser amount of new products. Second is purpose the items in a creative way. Repurpose means any discarded material, if we can reuse it for some any other purpose, that can be we can save it from going into the trash. So in this way we can reduce the volume of waste in our bin and dustbin. So repurpose के अंदर बहुत सारे मेथड्स हैं. देयर आर मैनी क्रिएटिव वेज बाय विच वी कैन रीपर्पस अवर आइटम्स. एंड आप सभी ने देखा भी होगा कि आजकल जो है कई मार्केट में कई तरह से कई मेथड्स, इनोवेटिव मेथड्स हैं जिसमें हम अपने वेस्ट को जो है रीयूज़ कर रहे हैं. सिमिलरली रीयूज़ ऑफ ग्रोसरी बैग्स मीन्स कि आप जब मार्केट में जाते हैं हम तो उसमें जितना भी हो सके हम कम जो है पॉलीथीन बैग्स या जितना भी उसमें पैकेजिंग मटेरियल है वो वापस लेके आएँ, जिससे कि जो वेस्ट जनरेशन है उसकी वॉल्यूम जो है कम हो सके. Now the main important thing we were talking about was the recycling. Now recycling involves the extraction of discarded material from waste for reuse. So basically recycling में हम जो भी waste के अंदर जो material है जो हम reuse कर सकते हैं उसको हम recover करते हैं. और इसका जो सबसे important aspect है that is reclaiming and reuse of material in a new product cycle. सो बेसिकली रिसाइकलिंग के अंदर किसी भी जो प्रोडक्ट साइकिल के अंदर हम इसके जो रिक्लेम्ड मटेरियल्स हैं उनको हम रीयूज़ करते हैं, जिससे कि उसके अंदर जो एनर्जी है द टोटल एनर्जी इनटेक वो भी कम होती है, प्लस जो वॉल्यूम ऑफ जो हमारा जो वेस्ट है जो एंड लाइफ साइकिल के एंड में जो पहुंचता है उसकी वॉल्यूम भी जो रिड्यूस हो सकती है. सो इट आल्सो डिफर्स द कंजम्पशन ऑफ वर्जिन रिसोर्सेज. So for example, if we reuse metals or if we reuse glass and plastic, we can defer the need of virgin resources, like we need lesser amount of ore of iron ore, we need lesser amount of other this compounds if we reuse the material. Similarly, it also helps to mitigate the greenhouse effect. It also reduces the waste disposal at the end of the life cycle. Now if we compare our municipal solid waste recycling and other stats, India versus USA, now you will observe that the total waste generation of India is 72 million tons as against the USA, which is 292 million tons, and the collection rate of India is only 42%. 42 million tons, it comes around I think 60 to 65%, and collection rate of USA is around 280. And treatment of solid waste जिसको हम कहते हैं recycling और any other treatment जो भी मिल रही है. Now India की जो recycling या treatment है, it is very less. It is only 3.2 million, which comes around 6% I think, and USA is quite high. Although USA is producing very high amount of waste, but it is also processing it very effectively. And how you will say that scenario किस तरह का होगा अगर हम recycle नहीं करते? What will happen if we do not recycle? So if we do not recycle, we will definitely going to see all these problems in near future. All our open spaces, they will litter with this solid waste. The garbage will goes on piling up each and every day, as we can also see in our cities. And also all this waste it is a breeding ground of many types of flies, rodents and other diseases. it will also choke our water bodies. It will also choke the groundwater and other this resources of water, and it will choke all the open spaces, green areas. So that is why recycling and processing of waste is very important. Now, what is the importance of recycling? Now, the main benefits of recycling is, first, it helps to reduce the waste. Second, it mitigates the pollution, and it also reduces the need to harvest new materials. It also saves energy and also reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, and at the end it also helps to create very many jobs in while we start doing recycling. Now, recycling waste of non-biodegradables. Now, it involves the recovering and reprocessing usable materials that otherwise end up as a waste. So basically, non-biodegradable materials are we cannot process these waste by natural process. So either we have to reprocess or recover these materials from the non-biodegradables and reuse them in some other cycle. Now, recovered material is transferred into useful products that can largely reduce the demand for additional resources. Now, for example, recycled aluminum sheets can be made with 95% less power than virgin aluminum. Now, as I already told that if we recycle and we reuse the aluminum cans, like, it can reduce energy input in the manufacturing process by 92%. So this is a very big amount of energy that we can save. It also give many other benefits. Similarly, reusing of and recycling of glass bottles and glass items, it can help to reduce energy by 44% in manufacturing of glass. And similarly, by reusing plastic, we can save up to 70% of energy in manufacturing new articles. Similarly, the recycling also open avenues for very large number of this different types of jobs. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल लैंड फिलिंग अगर हम डंप करते हैं सीधा लैंड फिलिंग में, तो उसमें जो है बहुत कम जॉब्स हैं. अगर रिसाइकलिंग करते हैं, इट गिव्स अप टू 10 times more jobs. But if we start manufacturing based on recycled materials, then we can go further. We can give much more jobs than as compared to recycling processing. So the most recyclable materials जो है हमारे जो कि इजीली हम रिसाइकिल कर सकते हैं, उनमें से है कंक्रीट, एल्युमिनियम शीट्स, स्टील, प्लास्टिक, न्यूज़पेपर्स, then corrugated cardboards and HDPE plastic and glass. So recycling and utilization. अब बेसिकली रिसाइकिल मटेरियल्स जो हैं कहाँ पे हम उसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं. नाउ फर्स्ट जैसे एग्जांपल है एग्रो वेस्ट जो है जितना भी है उसको जो उसके सोर्स हैं, जैसे राइस हस्क होगी, बैगेज हो गया, वीट, स्ट्रॉ, हस्क, ऑल दिस वेस्ट दे can be recycled and reused for building materials, for making of plastic boards, insulation boards, wall panels, printing papers, corrugating medium, roofing sheets, fuel binders and many other things. Similarly, industrial waste जो organic waste है, that can be the source of organic waste is coal, combustion residue, steel slag, bauxite, red mud and construction debris. From these we can recover and recycle. We can reuse it as a cement, brick, blocks, tiles, paints, aggregates, concretes, woods and many other articles. Similarly, mining and mineral waste के इस तरह से हम use कर सकते हैं to make bricks, tiles and lightweight aggregates. Then non-hazardous waste के अंदर waste, gypsum, lime, sludge, limestone waste, marbles, all this it can be used to make gypsum plaster, fibrous gypsum boards, brick, block, cement, clinkers and hydraulic binders. And there is a waste which is hazardous waste. It can be used as a metallurgical this जो इसको हम कहते हैं metallurgical residue or galvanized waste. This can be used again in cement, bricks, tiles, and ceramics. Now, recycling potential of construction and domestic construction and domestic waste. C&D waste is becoming a major source of solid waste in Indian cities. नाउ इंडियन सिटीज़ के अंदर, अभी इंडिया के अंदर जो है अभी कोई भी हमारे पास जो है फिक्स फिगर नहीं है कि कितना जो है कंस्ट्रक्शन एंड डिमोलिशन वेस्ट कितना इकट्ठा हो रहा है, लेकिन एज़ पर एस्टिमेट इट मे गो अप टू 500 मिलियन टन्स पर ईयर. सो कंस्ट्रक्शन जो वेस्ट है इसको जो है इसका रिसाइकलिंग एंड रीयूज़ करना जो है इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So reclaiming and reusing a material of construction waste is the need of the hour, and this is a study which shows the various construction and demolition waste generation in our across in India, and this is the estimate. The black color is the estimate capacity of recycling paints, and the green color is the कितना फ़ाइन जो है उस पर होता है अगर हम उसको बिना उसको लीगली उसको डंप करते हैं. सो यू कैन सी हेयर दैट यहाँ पे जो डिफरेंट सिटीज़ हैं, जैसे हैदराबाद में सबसे मैक्सिमम कंस्ट्रक्शन यहाँ तो 5000 मिलियन टन्स दिखा रहा है यहाँ पे, एंड जो प्रोसेसिंग कैपेसिटी है इट इज़ ओनली 300 मिलियन टन्स, एंड द फाइन इज़ 5000. सिमिलरली चेन्नई, बेंगलुरु, मुंबई, अहमदाबाद, दिल्ली के अंदर भी इट इज़ generating around 7000 million tons, and reprocessing capacity is 4150 million tons, which is I think around 60%, and the fine is 5000. So here you can get an overview that how much grave situation is regarding construction and demolition waste. Now this waste can also be utilized in many ways, like it can 13% of this waste can be used as a structural fill, soil stabilizers, and road embankment work. 12% of this can be used for this particle boards, panels, composite woods, and 11% of this waste can be used as a ceramic products. Then the rest of 11% can be used as a cement ingredients. Then 12% can be used as in brick and block tiles, concrete roofing, 7% aggregates, paints. So in this way we can easily recover and reuse the construction and demolition waste. Now the important materials that can be reclaimed from construction and demolition waste, which is concrete, asphalt, plastic, aluminium, steel, and glass. Now this recycled concrete can be used as a permeable paving ways for walkways, then base for new asphalt pavings. Now these are the various styles. Then as a foundation materials and as an aggregate material for new concrete. So recycled concrete has a many use, and it can be easily utilized at many places. Similarly, reclaimed asphalt is the material which is reclaimed from the known as RAP. RAP is a ripped asphalt material which is ripped from the this old this road. Now the reclaimed asphalt pavement is given to ripped and reprocessed pavement materials containing asphalt and aggregates. Now this asphalt pavement is removed by milling of full depth removal process. So about 90 million tons of asphalt pavements are reclaimed each year. That is 80% reclaiming efficiency. Now this phenomenon is not in India, but it is, I think, in European countries they have started reclaiming asphalt. But in India we are also dumping this, and we are never did this recovering methods. We have not started yet. Similarly, recycled steel, then scrap metal can yield energy savings up to 76%. So steel can be infinitely recycled with 100% recyclability without loss of quality. So building materials, जो main items that can be manufactured from recycled steel is building materials, utility poles, industrial tanks, household appliances, and many other items like this bicycle parts, many this automobile parts, steel beams, rebars, and other many articles that can be manufactured from reclaimed steel. Similarly, recycled plastic. Now recycled plastic, we have you know that the big part of our waste is these days is plastic items, because it takes a lot of time to decompose. So it is better to recycle or recover the plastic and recycle it, and then manufacture new products out of it. Now recycled plastic packaging जो है ये आजकल it is a very new trend, and it helps to mitigate the pollution, and also it saves water and reduce the volume of garbage going into the landfill. Now polyethylene tetrafluoride is the most used recycled material in rigid plastic packings. These days many packings materials it comprises of this PET material, and this material is used for making soft drinks, water bottles, and this also it is the benefit of PET is that it is very robust and it is also very lightweight. Now out of 0.9 million tons of PET produced, India is producing about 1 million tons of PET products, which is with 90% recycling efficiency. So this makes India one of the world leader in recycling of PET items. Now these are the PET items products like synthetic clothings, which is these days these are very much used in sports wears. Similarly, these are the playways for the children's, many sweeping items, household items, they are made from PET products. Then many other things also they are produced from the PET products. Now recycled aluminium. Now we know that aluminum cans, aluminum cans and frames are recycled by this method by sorting, melting in ingots of aluminum. And aluminum cans जो है इसका recycling अगर देखें हम, so these days aluminum cans there are a lot many you have seen a lot of volume of this aluminum cans, and the process starts with the collection of this cans aluminum items, then shredding this items, and then compressing it into this very dense this space, then again re-shredding into a smaller pieces. Then these all these pieces they are all the paint and other coatings are removed from these pieces, then they are remelted and then converted into ingots. The ingots are cold rolled or hot rolled into thin sheets, and this sheet rolls are then again reused for manufacture of aluminum cans. So in this way we can go for a closed loop manufacturing system, which is a very important part of recycling of solid waste. Similarly, glass can also be recovered and reused very efficiently without loss of any quality. So it is also the same process is followed here also. First of all, this sorting of glass, then sorting is then recycling, and this collected at some place. Then they are sorted by their different materials, their by color and size. Then again they are remelted and then rebuilt with the new products, and then again they are sent to the market. So this is again a closed loop manufacturing system in case of glass. Now recycling of paper. Now paper can also be recycled and reused at many places, at many applications, and especially in India, the paper industry, the recycled paper industry is a very big market in India. Now the recycled paper items in India, they are in the form of newspapers, cardboards, boxes, and various types of packaging. And the recycling industry needs about 14 million tons of waste paper to meet the current demand. But whereas our domestic recycling produces only 30% of that amount. So rest of that recycling this gap, we fulfill it by importing the recycled paper from the European countries. So in this way, India is a very big market for the recycled paper. Now these are the this products manufactured out of recycled materials like egg cartons, building installations, construction paper, then paper boards and all these things, newspapers, counter boards and paper plates. All these items are manufactured from the recycled paper. Now there are many companies which are selling only recycled products, and they produce all the they manufacture these products by using only recycled materials. So among these companies, one is Albird, which is known known for making food waste from 100% recycled materials. Similarly, a company Loopwork, it sells only it manufacture bags which is made from recycled material only, and this company is doing this manufacturing. This manufacturing is based on closed loop system, which we have just seen in our last slide. Then there is a Green Toys. It also manufactures children toys using this recycled materials only. Then Tetracycle, this company collects and virtually any type of discarded materials, non-biodegradable materials, and then sell it to other companies. It sort the sort the materials, and then it sent to the companies as per their needs. So it is also helping this environment. Now in India there are many types of barriers which hampers or which is a recycling barrier जिसको हम कहते हैं. Now main barrier is the lack of resources and facilities. So basically in India we have not just started this recycling of various materials in a scientific manner, and moreover there is the absence of appropriate technology and lack of awareness, and there is also poor source separation practice. This practice basically segregation जो है it is very very important. और segregation जो हमारा waste है, अगर जब तक वेस्ट को हम सेग्रीगेट नहीं करेंगे, हम उसको रीसाइकलिंग करना उसके लिए बहुत ही जो है मुश्किल है. सो वेस्ट सेग्रीगेशन जो टेक्निक है इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड द की टू एफिशिएंट वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट इज़ टू सेग्रीगेट एट सोर्स. सो बेसिकली जो सेग्रीगेशन प्रोसेस है वो स्टार्ट कहाँ से होता है, जहाँ पे वेस्ट जो सोर्स है, जहाँ पे वेस्ट जो है ओरिजिनेट होता है, अगर वहीं पे हम उसको सेग्रीगेट करते हैं, then it is very easy to reuse or recover the materials. लेकिन अगर एक बार वेस्ट जो है मिक्स हो गया तो उसको सेग्रीगेट करना बड़ा मुश्किल है. सो वंस सेग्रीगेट वेस्ट, दिस सेग्रीगेशन इज makes it easier to apply different recovery methods like composting, recycling and incineration. So therefore it is very important to practice the waste management and segregate as a community. Now अभी जो है सेग्रीगेशन प्रैक्टिसेस अभी सभी सिटीज़ में अभी स्टार्ट नहीं हुए हैं, लेकिन फिर भी कई जगह पे जो है दे आर वेस्ट सेग्रीगेशन जो सिस्टम है वो जो है स्टार्ट हुआ है और कई जगह पे काफ़ी इफेक्टिवली काम भी कर रहे हैं. सो बेसिकली हम इसको कई तरह से सेग्रीगेट कर सकते हैं. जैसे वी कैन सेग्रीगेट द आवर वेस्ट लाइक पेपर, ग्लास, प्लास्टिक एंड मेटल्स इन सेपरेट बिन्स. So at last the things can change even faster if we can imbibe the habit of waste segregation at homes and stop dumping mixed waste and handling the non-biodegradable waste carefully, especially poly bags, plastics, bottles, chips and other packaging at remote places or isolated places. So basically सबसे पहले तो जो हमारी जो our responsibility is to segregate the waste. हम अपने लेवल पे भी कर सकते हैं इसको कि घर में जो हमारा किचन वेस्ट है, जो बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट है, उसको हम नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट के साथ मिक्स ना करें. अगर हम चाहते हैं वी कैन आल्सो स्टार्ट दिस प्रैक्टिस एट होम आल्सो बाय सेपरेटिंग ऑल द प्लास्टिक एंड ऑल द मेटल पार्ट्स एंड स्टोरिंग इट some in some containers or bags and throwing only the bio waste in the dustbin.